one of the best in the world at it.
Yeah, certainly so, and all that catch, like, I think there was hesitation about the Necrophos too, just gonna be a bit of a rough game, obviously, against a lot of magic damage there, coming out from the Dark Willow, from the Luna, from the Kunkka. Your Ghost Shroud is gonna be very risky this game.
And you can see LGD spirits are high as they're cackling to themselves inside the booth, already feeling quite good about it. But it does sort of bring up a lot of questions here now. Last game saw the Spectre just sort of take over eventually, EG saying, all right, we're done with that mess, we're just going to take it first overall. Do you think that that was the right decision? I mean, what are they sort of losing out on by taking the Spectre this early?
We've seen a couple teams attempt it, going for this first phase Spectre throughout TI, and some of them have won their games. It just seems that, like, even if you know this hero's coming, if you think you can beat out the timing, a lot of teams have thought that. Be it a first pick Spectre or a late pick Spectre, they seem to think, okay, we can push, we can beat the Spectre, but every time that Spectre seems to battle on back.
They do have one of the better heroes in the game for keeping that pressure going, as we're going to see the bounty runes traded off, 2 apiece for each team. In the Kunkka, you talk about the X marks the spot, you TP back home, you can just keep a push going that otherwise might not have been able to conclude.
Yeah, sustain from that, sustain from the Warlock, heavy team fight coming in with that ultimate when you need it. And all it takes is one fight, much like Terrorblade, a hero Ame loves. Luna can do the exact same thing. Take
here
her
at the top lane, you see that they're set up trying to find a kill, and wisely Fly is not going to be the one that runs into him.
Yeah, gonna go for the TP. Back to the waving time for RTC. So that means his TP is being used already. No switching lanes for the Spectre.
Top lane, Fly was still being sort of zoned out there. As mid lane, we talked about some of the issues that you might run into. They did not send the Mirana mid. Instead, it's going to be Somnus playing against the Necrophos, hit by Sumail. Still runs into some damage issues here. Tidebringer giving you that bonus damage on denies.
Yeah, some tough issues there for all Sumail, but as long as he can secure some denies and some last, of course, the regen is there to help sustain against the constant harass of something like the Tidebringer. I think the bottom lane also going to be very interesting, of course. We have a Rubik now in this game, one of these heroes that also tends to show up big at TI.
Oh, a couple denies there, Sumail. Crunching the numbers.
Very nicely done. Get those death ball stacks going. But the Rubik, much like the Earth, figuring a very good partner in lane.
And it's going to be a little bit tough for him. If you look at this, you have the Lunar Blessing, level 1 for the Luna to get that extra bits of damage as mid lane. Somnus just going to pop that salve and, well, leap it forward. S4 wants to find a kill. The Fairy Fire keeping him alive at the moment. The right click's coming through and Crit taking first blood.
Fantastic hero to get first blood on. They're already moving Crit over to the camp whenever they go for the arrow to share that experience. Now he gets the first blood. These early items are so crucial, especially when you're starting relatively poor. Means you'll get the boost pretty early in this one. And now a stack too. Want to make sure that they can get these arrow creeps ready.
A little bit of magic there with the creep wave. This Crit trying to get the pull off and was able to succeed.
There was a block there from the Radiant though. They put a sentry in the camp to ensure there wouldn't be a secondary stack there, and they'll have to take it out now from Crit. So nice play there from X-Nova. That will be worth it just to slow down the bigger creep spawning for the arrow and make it more difficult for EG to control the lane that way, as far as to actually tank up a lot of the wave.
So far, still Arteezy not having the greatest time trying to last another tower. Wants to get a Culling Blade, but because LG has been pushing the tower with the creeps, he hasn't been able to get to the side shop yet.
Yeah, likewise for Luna, not going all too well, but she does get a full wave now. So catch on up and pass Arteezy in a moment here.
Just trying to mess with FY as he moves over. Leap charges could come out. Possibly spell Doom to X-Nova if he steps too far forward.
Yeah, much like how Ame went down, it can just be over in an instant, but trying to keep their HP topped up. You can see X-Nova not really prioritizing himself at all with the heals, trying to get by on only Tangos. Maybe thinking he can get them to go on him here. He's playing very aggressively.
And the arrow comes out, they found him. A quick hit there onto X-Nova and he dies.
Maybe out of practice on the Warlock. I feel like when Warlock's been successful, you gotta stay in the box. You don't leave the tower. But anytime you wander around there, that's when you go down.
Have to come back to lane again. Meanwhile, mid, maybe sort of abusing for the moment, as we see there. And again, the CS mess up caused by Sumail. It's the X mark and then TP back, come back with full HP, as well as a bracer.
Maybe heavily sub.
Cool matchup played by Sumail as he's pushing him further back, and he just TP'd. He's gonna have to use up this tank, but now kind of needs to play scared once Sumail gets 6.
Likewise though, again, that whole magic damage, there's certainly a big swing around when it comes to the level stacking up on top of this Kunkka, going for big boat combos. Necros has to be cautious not to get fully one-shotted. If there's a roaming rotation with the Dark Willow as well, there won't be any time to Ghost Shroud.
Let's see.
Down bottom, Ame caught.
In trouble. Ame chased down and with another leap, they secure that kill. Like S4.
Playing so far past the wave there.
S4 has been involved in all of the kills down bottom lane. This has been a hell of a game for him so far. Stun up in the top. FY wanting to make something return. They have the brambles. They're rooted. The Curse Crown is going to connect. And Arteezy potentially going to be dove under the tower. LGD, they try and dodge away. He gets through the trees and able to escape.
Nice use of the dagger there from Arteezy, but now they move
top side. At 6.5 minutes in, it's been relatively quiet with the exception of that bottom lane. Couple of dives here and there that haven't amounted to other kills.
Oh, crit coming through here. Great ward in the mid lane. They know they want to pressure on the Sumail, but speaking of pressure,
top lane, Curse Crown comes through. Chalice gets the mortal strike. The Bramble Maze is down. And going into the Shadow Realm, can they kill him off in time? Yes. Oh, the Fade Bolt though. Crit says no, and now turns on to FY. He's already used the Shadow Realm, trying to run away from him here and pull him into the Bramble Maze as well. Fly moving into position with the Frost Blast, but with the TP out, FY is going to be okay.
Yeah, nice using the Brambles there for cover and retreat, but once again, it's Crit showing up. He has 3 kills already on the Rubik. He has Arcane Boots.
And X, Sumail, far underneath the tower, is going to be found. The Ghost Shroud is there. A lot of magical damage. He still steps the Magic Stick, though. And now walking away from them after the Ghost Shroud. Samus needs to be careful. He turns with the Reaper Sight bringing him home, but there's the Ghost buff. They kept him alive. Gotta remember the rub.
Dangerous play there, going for that kill without the Dark Willow, but it will work out in the end thanks to the rum there. So Sumail overextends, maybe that ward giving a bit too much confidence this time. As his 2 supports are smoked up, so Chalice rotate in, but that point is still being held now. Possibilities for reincarnation turnaround, however, seems unlikely with how far away he is from the tower.
Yeah, Chalice definitely under fire here as they have the lift. He will skill it. So Chalice decided to turn around and try and come back for a second life. Wants to get a kill on to Fly. The chase is there. The punch is coming. He is going to be slowed after the fact. And with another Wraith Fire Blast, might be able to find him. But Fly fogging away. The skeletons are still going. And instead, they might turn it on to Crit. As Chalice of LGD finds the kill.
Well, not often you get to rotate at 8 minutes and get a kill streak from a support, but maybe very happy to find one. Good choice there with the rotation. Chalice confident in support from his friends, and there's even more lined up here from FY.
They ran into the Brambles, the Torn, it connects, they got the boat, it's coming down on top of the head of Arteezy as the Mortal Strike secures it.
Applying this pressure so well, but EG, they will try and put as much as they can in the mid lane too. X over here just to soak up this experience as much as possible, while all this attention drawn away from Ame in that bottom lane, slowly trying to become a threat inside of LGD.
This is where things can get so scary very quickly. The Kunkka's rotations, but another mid lane, they lay it down. Trying to hold back for the moment, but it looks like EG are going to possibly be able to secure this tower. They're going to look for the deny. The Curse Crown coming in. Ame with the Eclipse has found one. Chris Trouble is starting to fall. They're going to be able to find that kill and possibly more. Sumail wanted to go for the ulti there possibly, but there's the Lucid Beam, the turnaround, looking for the finish, and Sumail backing out. Yet again, Reaper Sight this back up in 1 second.
Yeah, but how about the timing on that Curse Crown? They secure the deny there from X Nova, sneaks it in, and takes away a little of that advantage they were hunting for.
Is under attack.
9.5 minutes into this one. It's 9 kills. We get closer and closer to the level 6s, and it feels like there's a lot of huge ultimates in this game.
Yeah, S4 though being completely left alone. He's able to help pressure into this tower. XO takes the rotation over, and that vision
sidesteps the arrow, still got the heal coming through. They get to the shrine, living through it. Chalice shows up, saves his buddy. They throw out the Wraith Fire Blast. He's low on mana, and now Mirana in trouble. Does have another lead. They're chasing forward. The Curse Crown connects. Can they find S4? They're going to split up for the moment. And the lift should secure the retreat as, well, the Haunt comes in as well. A little bit of a messy engagement as they throw the stun onto one and trying to find this kill into X Nova. Arteezy very deep and don't secure anything with that Haunt.
Be a little bit cautious there. That's why holding that Bedlam, even level 1, a very scary skill to run into. Trying to predict those wards that have come out now from EG. They'll miss the mark, at least on that prediction.
Oh.
Sumail still pressing forward here, feeling confident as can be with that ice armor.
He is very, very willing to go in right now and need to be a little bit aware of any potential movements. I mean, Ame is not even in the bottom lane right now. They know that Eclipse is on cooldown, and so they're feeling confident chasing forward for Chalice, who is going to get pummeled into the dust. Dies, no reincarnation that time. X-Nova with the upheaval. S4 is walking into this. The Bedlam needs to leap away. That magical damage, incredibly hard to deal with, and now Crit able to steal it away from him. That is a big pickup, taking that Bedlam.
This is pretty dangerous. There's no core rotations that can come here for LGD.
FY.
He might escape, but they saw that upheaval, and they're starting to play in the trees
the
versus
jungle.
this bramble.
Want to find him. There's also Ame in the area, and then Arteezy not showing on map is able to dodge away from that gank. If he shows here, though, for even a moment, Ame might make the call for them to rotate in, and these heroes moving down to the south. Arteezy shows the chase coming. Crit is there as well. He has the Bedlam. They take down the Luna right at the get-go, but now they have the X, the Torrent, the boat. It's going to come out again in a second, but no, it's only on to one, and Arteezy just TPing away. They drop down the Chaotic Offering. The boat on top of it. Arteezy cut kill.
A relatively even trade in the end there, as they of course lost their Luna 2, but pleased with getting the turnaround there from LGD, as there was a gold lead there for the die rather.
Talent just for that extra little bit of burst.
FY's gonna get found out here after just using the Bedlam. Farm up.
It's in the Shadow Realm. Chalice is there. Moonlight Shadow. Walking forward, they see FY in the area, steal away the Wraith Fire Blast. It looks like they're going to go for Chalice first, while also trying to take down the kill onto FY. 2 quick kills could be a win here for them, as they also commit on the Ghost Ship to try and secure their retreat. But Arteezy on the backside takes down Ame, left completely alone, and now Chalice in his second life is looking like he might end up falling. EG making the plays with a 2,000 gold lead.
Yeah, great abuse of the Warlock cooldown there. No one did can pressure in deep like this. Gonna try and go for something here off the Torrent, but no boat able to follow up. No other heroes, so no real problem there for EG. Good use of that forward vision that was placed down from Fly earlier on. They have a much more well-planned out game plan, strategy in the first half of the game. Felt like EG couldn't really find that forward vision and get any good smokes going in the first game, but this time it's them who are pressuring deeper into enemy territory.
Both of the cores right now, for both EG and LGD, feeling like they're just having a rough game. TZ only 200 gold ahead of this Luna. Both of them below all the other cores in the game. Based upon this play, it does feel like it's going to need to be maybe Samus himself to make that space for LGD.
Now wrapping around here once again. Able to sandwich LGD, but will Arteezy survive?
The top lane, they got him caught. There's in the jungle. The boat is going to land. The Bedlam on top of that Spectre. They try and turn it, but it's not going to happen quickly enough. They might be able to bring down Chalice. Still living through it with that boat buff. Keeping him alive. The chase forward for more. Crit trying to run. Is he living? He actually survives. And now Crit gets hit with the Tidebringer. 2 down.
Oh, what a save with the urn coming in there. Chalice able to keep himself up. He knows he's going to be involved in these, so he's going straight for that blade mail. A lot of uncontrollable damage here from LGD. Might accidentally get a couple deaths going, but we often see that the boat rum effect can be very strong against blade mails.
Ame laying into that tower. They bring in Crit to get the lift to start the fight, and they have the Torrent, the Chaotic Offering down. Ame living, but not long enough. The boat's going to be there, but can it kill off Sumail? I don't think so, at least for now. They have the upheaval onto several. They throw out the Terrorize, not bad, with the Starstorm follow-up. They take him down very low and are going to be able to find a kill. FY almost dead. Arteezy also falling. So already 3 dead for LGD, and EG trying to take this one. They chase down Somnus, a double kill for S4, and now last but not least is the Rain King.
This time the fight is just much better executed coming up from EGD. LGD, you have Ame, he's just stuck up front. He dies way too quickly. Chaotic Offering isn't there in time for the save. You lose all of your damage of your Luna, and then S4 coming through, finds the arrow on the Dark Willow, slows her up during that Shadow Realm. They don't get any big combination with Terrorize, Brambles, Bedlam. You can just see almost more than double the damage from EG in that fight. Wasn't really much of a fight at all.
And this sort of harkens back to what we were talking about before, the lack of farm that he got on Ame. This hero is not tanky enough to survive that combination as FY. Looks like he's going to try and live for the moment. He throws out the Bedlam, see if he can kill off Fly, but no luck at all, as they are able to kill down FY. Again, harkening back to the issue, you just can't survive through that burst.
And now Arteezy with that blade mail, he's ready for these fights. He wants to push himself in towards that Yasha and Manta. He can just just keep focusing down Ame during these fights, they're going to have some real problems. They don't have that true save unless you're going to drop the chaotic offering right away there. Felt like it was just a bit too late for Nova that time.
And also, using the chaotic offering means that you're that much less able to fight right now for LGD, and EG going to be trying to take advantage of that, farming across the entire map. Nova smoked out, Chalice and Somnus possibly looking for a kill here onto Crit. Tasty treat as there's going to be the X Torrent, it connects, the Wraith Fire Blast follow-up, and they get themselves a kill.
This game there is definitely a stronger Roche threat as well, I would say, from the side of LGD, just with the combination of the Wraith King as well as the Chaotic Offering, just controlling the whole pit and all that overall damage from the Luna. It feels very strong for LGD if they can get a good hold of the part of the map. But Sumail constantly doing a good job pushing this out. Draw a big line from Crit, he seems to think there's going to be a wraparound onto Sumail, so he'll retreat back, and it's pretty correct. Like Shadow to scout this. As the bounty runes are coming up, they know there's going to be heroes here.
For that initiation, Chalice, they have the Reaper's Sight just to hold them in place for the moment until the Bramble Maze is actually able to turn it though, and they take down S4.
Maybe thinking this is going to be a sole hero there, but not enough damage in time there, so Chalice gets away with one when he didn't have the reincarnation.
Nova immediately going to be dewarded, but
Spirit Vessel early on in this game because he wants going towards that Radiance to have it developed for his team because RTZ's not purchasing it. Interesting to see if Chalice can really punish him because of that. As they go after Fly using a Spirit Vessel charge. We'll now add 2 to the pile here for LGD.
Pick up there for them, and now EG. Again, sort of spread out around the map. Have Reaper's Sight back and available in 10 seconds if they decide that they want to fight, but as I mentioned earlier, the scary thing...
Not really finding a way to use it. Not a ton of solo pickoffs really right now for FY. G, they push forward here. Don't even drop any aggressive wards really. And they're still able to scare most of this tower.
There's the blink reveal, and Sumail caught yet again. The boat's down. They have the chaotic offering everything, but Sumail's still living through that one after the back. RTZ on the back lines finding Nova. He's throwing out the people now, which is slowing down EG so much, and they're cutting this way. An asthma of despair. Although they are able to turn it, the Eclipse turnaround isn't enough to blade mail. A triple kill for RTZ. And now, finding more here as well. It's going to be the Rubik dead, a double kill for Chalice, and they found another. Fly, the captain, trying to run. Somnus pulls it back in. She's stuck again to the side, trying to get out of there, but they will eventually hunt down and kill off the Lich.
Maybe such an important hero to keep alive during this. I feel like he really needs that next big item to try and fully secure this game for his Luna. Did a ton of damage. Actually, so did Chalice, considering this Wraith King was basically blinking in there. 2,400. And RTZ's Blade Mail, it paid off. Got a couple of kills, a triple kill for himself. But the fight is secured. The tower is saved for LGD. Perform. I mean, you look at LGD, those kind of moments, you can just drop the rock. You can try and throw it a Curse Crown, at least give some chance of a chase. Or you can even go for an X-Mark. Nothing that's too simple right now for EG, and now a Blade Mail picked up for Chalice. Plenty of uncontrollable damage to the side of EG as well. But at the very least, that big rotation did secure this tower. They can also be thinking about RTZ.
He's caught again. There's the X, there's the Torrent, everything connects. He's pulling out. No, he haunts away, but still going to be killed off. Neutral creep denied.
Oh, RTZ finds Ame doing the Ancients, and the Prowlers he hates. Saves his bacon and get the kill. The boys finally pay off for all RTZ.
They got him. Crammed him in the All-Star match, but here it happens. It's still going to be a BKB finished off for Ame.
No, he's spotted out here though. We'll use the BKB.
Just going to run after Sumail, but need to get out of there.
Yeah, there is a Yule Scepter there, so a little bit difficult to go for that kill in combination with Yules, and then he's going to have the Death Pulse to go with the Ghost Route, so backing away likely the best choice. And they'll be happy on EG2 that they at least burned that 10-second BKB.
Still 3,000 gold lead for LGD as Somnus looking for initiation onto Fly, but can't quite get in range for that X. Have burned through a couple of those BKB charges already, as they will head to the top side.
Yeah, Chalice and his army are just pushing in this tower. He is the reincarnation, he's the Blade Mail. Not an easy target to force off here. The Skellies go to work.
I mean, it's just really hard to deal with this Wraith King. It's just aggressive no matter what's happening. If you happen to step up to try and defend, blink stun.
And you heard PBD talking on the panel about these heroes you want versus the Dark Willow. They don't have any of those heroes that can really target you down. Basically, it has to be an arrow or something stolen from Crit. And that's why FY can just camp that background and live there forever.
First crown, the Yule Scepter afterwards, but moving it in. They just use the Yules. Crit finds the lift, but can they find any more? The X, the Torrent, he's going to Yules himself, keeping himself away from that boat, but there is a heck of a lot of heroes right after him, and the Chain Frost, they're able to walk away from it though, popping that haste, and Somnus dodges away from the arrow as well. Chalice still living through this and thinking about what, take the fight. It's going to be the ulti down, the Terrorizers fall on to 3, they're all fatal bonded together. Chalice trying to chase, can they kill him off in time? X4 also caught under fire, falling to the grave.
Dissipated, they lose into the big edge on that fight. Chalice the one in the forefront, pressing forward. This is what they want, deeper in.
And they find the Torrent, they found their man, a double kill for Somnus. They're all in the grave right now as the tier 3 tower is going to be assaulted, and it changes just like that.
The
in an instant
of the Luna. She can buy that from the Spectre, but what can you achieve without the Haunt coming back now? But it's too late.
The tier 3 tower down, it is now barracks that are falling. They have buybacks on 2 of their heroes, but this could potentially be another tier 3 tower.
Oh, the only answers they could have had in that last fight, maybe a big steal or something. There's so much pressure on this Rubik, but they were so fast on the upheaval afterward. No chance of mechanic offering. Maybe even find one now, but they're 2 racks down.
You can hear the crowd here, loving every second of it. The LGD fans, each needing to find some type of
LGD. One more to ask for kill. Look at that. Instantly there's a steal from Crit, but how fast is that upheaval? No chance of the counterplay.
Great showing there from the Warlock. X-Nova, he was the big pickup for LGD in January. Was able to make sure that they couldn't turn that fight around against them, getting that upheaval off.
And now the Roshan secured. Just planning out the game right now for LGD. Those basic mechanics that you know, how to win a game of Dota when you're ahead, but on the big stage, just one little thing can turn everything awry.
Just every time they leave the safety of their base, Somnus is potentially a threat.
Yeah, Somnus is, he's trying to threaten there in this room and everything, but there is a observer and sentry. He's down here from EG, so they're not come out to fight. They want the best battleground possible.
They have really good vision in the area. They're moving in. Spectre, Haunt available and ready to go in this fight if they so desire to take it, to jump forward, to find onto Sumail. Be careful, the Spirit Vessel is already on top of him. Chalice, still 2 more charges.
They got the D ward as well, so they've placed up another ward now. They're trying to get as much vision as possible. With that tower down, they've lost their opportunity on the high ground. They're going to pull back.
Chalice walks forward yet again. The Terrorize is out. It's there. The fear, the cat. Is it going to be the kill? They take them down. Sumail, no buyback for 65 seconds. Crit wanting to turn this. He throws back the Wraithfire Blast. Chain Frost bouncing around a little bit, but Arteezy, he went for Ame, couldn't find him. S4 trying to leap away, but he's only going back to the fountain. LGD smell blood, going in, maybe pressing forward. And they find themselves the kill. FY able to take himself another fly, lifted up in the air by the Torrent. EG, last heroes left alive. It's a blade mail from Arteezy trying to stem the bleeding, but it's not happening. Another in the grave. EG all out of focus, in trouble, and inside their base. This is looking like it's going to be in as Sumail. Last one alive for the team, dead again.